Hello. How is everyone doing today? There we go. Just let her know. Hello, Julie. So, welcome everybody. And I'm going to send out a special congratulations to Raylene. She's one of my followers. She's in my morning meditation, and she's a granny. She's a granny to a baby girl. So, her son's girlfriend had a little baby, and yeah, all is well in the world again. All is right in the world again. So, sending out blessings to the family on that. So it's always good news. Always good news. Hello, Drew, and welcome. Um, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on in this fucked up world of ours? Excuse me. Okay, that was in the first 30 seconds. I guess I can say that. So, what is happening? There's a lot going on, I think, more so, few things. My little brain has been working overtime again. Moon has gone into Taurus, which is great because he likes to be in Taurus. Yet, you know, it also is where it is going into the dark phases. So we're heading into a new moon, which is on Monday. So we have a new moon in Gemini on Monday. So what does this mean? We have that balsamic energy coming in. The darkness of the dark moon is coming in. We also have a Mars and Jupiter conjunction, which is absolutely fabulous. That's having positive, confidence, bringing in your confidence to go out there, get things going. You might find, especially with Venus, before she heads into Taurus, there's a little bit of stubborn conflicts, a little bit of stubbornness out there. And I mean, that's the Taurus energy coming in, and a little bit like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm not going to go and do that. So rethinking your values, very, very Gemini. Gemini is always flipping around, figuring out things. It is the twin, changes its mind mid-course and says, I decided not to do that. Okay, I'll go do that. So looking at, your values. I mean, because we do have that Taurus energy also coming in. That's where the North Node is. That's where Uranus is. So there's a lot to do with that going on. So we're dealing with a lot is popping up. We have Pluto retrograding. And with Pluto retrograding, it's in Capricorn. So everything that will be popping up has to do with governments, institutions. We also have corporations, institutions all popping up. So things coming around that. Patriarchal systems. So there's a lot more questioning on the patriarchal system coming in. And we're seeing that more so. A lot of that is unveiling, and that's what Pluto does. He brings in the unveiling, and especially since he's getting going on his retrograde. So we're starting to see a lot to do with governments, their policies, things that they want to start bringing out more so, or renegotiating on. We're going to be seeing a lot to do with corporation. And it's funny, with the corporations. Good morning, Shar. With the corporations, I mean, Amazon stock is dropping. People, you're not getting your Amazon packages as fast as you used to get them. Things are happening, and it has to do with the supply chain. So we go back to the supply chain. So things like that are happening as well. So the market is showing us that things aren't going as well as what you think they're going. And it comes back again to looking at, what makes you feel good, what gets you rooted, your new story, your confidence, what brings in confidence for yourself. And this can be a lot with the moon with the sun in Gemini. This can be a lot because, the sun is flip-flopping, figuring out things, wondering which way to go. Sometimes we're going to go this way, sometimes we're going to go that way. It's all over the place. And, that can make us feel unstable, unsettled, not sure on our direction. So it's finding that direction on where we want to go. So lots of news is coming out. There's lots of news in the world. And, being a spiritual person, I also look at the news. I also look at what's happening in around the world around us, and how that is afflicting other things that are going on. Now, a lot of times people, and again, I've said this many times, they don't watch the news. They don't want to watch the news. The news has nothing to do with me, blah, blah, blah. They don't, whatever. News I kind of watch are kind of podcasters. I watch, Rebel News. I watch, independent media stations, and even a little bit of the mainstream just to see what they have to say. But I always kind of ponder when, mainstream media is being invited to dinner with the WEF or with the government or with other things. And they're being, the thing is when you're invited for dinner on something and they're sort of padding your pocket per se, you're not going to be saying anything really negative about those people. You're not going to be coming out with a lot of negative information about them. You're going to make sure that what you say is sort of above board and it makes kind of everybody happy, and things along that line. When you get independent news, well, a lot of times their pocket isn't being padded. They have no real investment in it. They're going to report what they see and what they hear from others. And one of the things is that they're noticing, especially with over there at the W in Davos and in Davos, Switzerland, which is a part of Switzerland, and it is a lot of the police force are wearing special little badges on them. They have this and one of the independent, I don't know if it was Rebel News or one of them asked because they got pulled over, why do you have this patch? And they just basically said it was, not everybody has to wear it, sort of thing. And it's just like, kind of interesting, to me. Just saying. All the brand new jets that flew in, really nice jets, along with, this is about environmental and all of this, but they flew in with really nice jets. Australia said, well, we all flew on one jet. Yeah, but it's a brand new one. It's pretty. So that was pretty interesting. And Bill Gates, even, of course, Bill Gates is there, but he spoke out and he was saying that he doesn't think that there's a need for the Vax passport anymore because, of all the variants that are coming through. So I thought that was kind of interesting for him to be saying. So along with all the astrological energies that are coming in, this is what it's showing you. It's bringing up things. It's bringing up information. What's it bringing up in your life? I know for me, it is bringing up, if I wrote in my blog today, it is like going to an attic, and the attics where you used to you could pull down and the stairs would come down. And a string is sort of hanging down from the attic. It's like pulling the attic string and pulling the stairs down, and everything starts coming down from the attic, and you didn't realize everything was right there, but you just pull on the string to go up there. Maybe you're going to go cleaning. Maybe for some reason you just decided to pull the damn string. Who knows? But you pull it, and all of this stuff comes down. That's what I feel like's happening. And that's my analogy that I see that's happening for me. Pulling this string, and you think it's all done, but it just keeps on coming. It just keeps on coming. And I look at this as like, okay, I must be working through some karma. I'm working through karma and moving things through, getting through to the other side, getting through to whatever I need to get through to. And I think that's not only for myself, but I think many other people are finding that they're having to go through their own karma, their own stuff, and to get to where they need to go, to get to the other side with the chicken. Why'd the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Well, here we are. We're a bunch of chickens trying to get to the other side, trying to move forward in some kind of direction in our life, as we are clearing away all the debris that is in front of us. And the debris can be pretty heavy. And I know for some people, and it's one of the big things that might be hitting for people is the financial. And it might not, the thing is that what I find with that is like sometimes it doesn't come in all at once. It's like little things are eaten away. It's kind of like termites. So if anybody has ever had termites, you don't really, yeah, they're there, and they sort of eat away, eat away, eat away, and then all of a sudden you don't have a foundation anymore because the termites ate all the foundation. It's kind of like what's happening right now within the world. There's a bunch of termites that are trying to eat away the foundation of our world, and we are feeling the instability of it. We're feeling the unwavering energy of it and feeling like we're just flapping in the wind. And this is where it's very important for us to find our grounding and allowing ourselves to go through the transformation to begin, allowing ourselves to go through whatever is coming forward for ourselves within our own individual lives, to walk through it and um, continue to walk through. This isn't a stalemate. This isn't a time to sort of sit down and like, oh, okay, I just need a rest. Maybe a tiny pit stop, but not a long pit stop. This is where it's really getting us to move ahead and move forward. One of the things I've been noticing, like, okay, I started my little garden, and now that the house is up for sale and stuff, and it's like, okay, I can't plant my garden. I can't plant anything. I don't want to start planting too much because if I have to move, well, I'm going to be moving it. I'm going to say we're moving. That's it. We're moving. Unless a miracle comes in for us, like a praying for the miracle. Miracles happen every day. You let go of the grievances and you choose the miracles. And so bringing in that miracle of whatever is going to unfold for us in that path and allowing for that light to shine upon us. And this is where for us, we're moving towards the miracles. We're moving towards that path to allow ourselves to create the abundance and bounty that we want to create, or that we need to create, in amongst the crazy debris of life. And I find it very interesting that, when I watch, the people that I work with are a lot younger than myself, and it's it's almost where they I don't know if it's true or not, but it feels like they don't have a sense of what is happening in the world. And I think also being living in Canada, or even parts of the United States, really gets you to, um, it doesn't hit you. That's part of the termite. That's part of the termites. It's like you don't really realize it's all happening or it's all crumbling till it actually crumbles. And that's what I feel. It's like things have to just totally fall apart in order for something to rebirth in this world. And I know that for my own life, in order to make things change, um it's a total rebirthing, it's a total realigning of things in my life. And I know many of you who followed me for years, they're like, but why does it have to be so crazy for you? And well, I mean, I think it's just one of those part and parcels of what's in the addict, and some stuff you don't realize is so close to the edge, and when it does, it falls, sort of thing. So dealing with all of that. But if you didn't get my blog, because I wrote a few other things, and I did do a motivational, it's it is in I find it is important, even though I want to go and I want to scream my head off right now. I really do. Between you and me and the fence post, I really want to scream my head off and say, what the, is going on? Um, and just sort of run away and hide. But yet I know I can't. This is where, I feel like Jesus in the garden when he's crying to God, why have you forsaken me? And it feels like that sometimes when you are heavy inundated with so much coming down, that you feel, how much more can you take? And I really want to change that mantra around, is not saying how much more I can take, is saying thank you for all that you have given me. I'm open for the miracles and the abundance within my life, and changing that around. That to me is very important. Am I frustrated? Yes. I'm going to let you guys, because people are asking. Yes, I am frustrated. Am I overwhelmed? Yes, I am overwhelmed. Do I know what people can do for me? You know what? If people can send me, it's like you want to, I don't know, help me. I don't know. Um, the financial burden that's come in for us has been tremendous. Are we working on something to help us? Yes, we are. Will it work out? We don't know. So it's not like we're like we're not doing anything to make something happen. We are. Um, the other part too is that with the Guru Mama, it's not going anywhere. It's still going to be here, but a lot of things have, as I said, are going to be put on hold. And not everybody watches my scopes, and I know that. So a lot of things are going to be put on hold. The workshops and the readings are going to be put on hold for July and August for sure, and for most of June. I'm doing one workshop right now, the shamanic astrology, and we're going to complete that, and then I just need a little bit of a hiatus. I've been doing this full time since 2013, so it's been 9 years full time doing this, and I've also been um, doing the Guru Mama since, wow, since 2004. I've been doing the Guru Mama. So the company's been there for a while. It's just now it's just time. It's time for me to sit and look through the boxes. It's time for me to sit to look at the debris. I'm very good at picking shit up and cleaning shit up and just going. That's what I'm excellent. I'm really good at that. Um, but sometimes that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to continue pushing. It's a good thing to continue going, but not pushing. There's a difference. There's a difference. And I think sometimes we're very good to push through things and not really pay attention to what is really coming to be important to you in your life. And in many times in my life, I've just pushed through it and I've continued on doing what I do. And I think many of us have been doing that. And especially with what happened within the last 2 years, this is a time of reevaluation, of looking at, okay, where do I want to go? What is important to us? And what do I need to do to maintain steady land, sustainable land beneath our feet? That's the important thing. And I think all of us within the collective are looking at that in different degrees, in different ways of what is sustainable. And this is where I find, creating that beautiful life that you want to create in amongst the chaos and focusing on things like that. Um, I've downloaded on Audible's Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm going to listen to that again. I've read it a couple times. I'm going to go through that again. Um, and I'm also going to go through the 4-hour work week. So some practical things. And there are a few things that I want to start having fun with. Leonie Dawson, on posted something out the other day. And so I'm going to go through some of that. And it's just allowing myself time to breathe through this all. Will we have to move within a couple days from here? Probably. I would say, yeah. It might be a quick move, packing everything and getting everything go out, and putting things into storage till we can find a place right now. So that might be something we have to do. It won't, and that's, I'm not going to push the factor. I'm not going to um I'm not going to push, especially with my husband being the way he is right now. And he's doing well. I mean, he's improving. But because of his age, because of what has happened in such a short while, um, he needs time to heal. And have to honor that time to heal for him. It is so important that he has time to heal. And in that time to heal, I I honestly don't think maybe he will go back to work, but I don't feel it at this time. I don't feel it at this time. So that means that it's me creating a new abundance and a new world for us. And in stepping from the eclipses, this is showing the truth of the factor. And I think that's happening for many people, that they have to look at the truth of the factor of what's important for you and what you need to do. If it's, that you're done with your job and you have to go on to a new way of living, then that's what you do. If you're able to go out and live off grid and stuff like that, then that's what you have to do. That's what's right for you, and creating that sustainable life that you want to create. And that's going to be so important for this year. So important for this year is creating something that is sustainable for you and your family this year. It is something that you're going to find that if you try and steer away from that, it's going to cause a debacle. It's going to cause some craziness within your life. So, focusing on your priority and what's right for you and your spiritual self is what you're going to be having to look at. And especially with the new moon coming in. This new moon, I'm looking forward to it. It's on Monday. It's a new start, it's a new beginning. I'm stepping forward into the newness of this energy. And I kind of like Gemini energy because it really gets me going. It is when the moon is in Gemini, I can feel it. It really gets me going. It makes me exhausted as well. I'm not going to lie. It really makes me exhausted. But it helps me to sort of set the goals and set my priorities on the direction I need to go to. And that's because Mercury is very close to my sun. It's conjunct in my chart. So making sure that I have a clear communication in the direction I want to go to. This Mercury will go direct on June 3rd, and on June 4th, Saturn will go retrograde. So we have reached the point within this year. And now what we see is what we have to work through and work through, work through, and create from what is there at this time. And so putting down the roots, putting down the direction, and paving that road is an important piece at this time as we step forward. So we're creating something new, and it's not easy, people. It is not easy. It is, and meaning that it's not easy, I don't mean it's like there's work to be had. And within that work to be had, that means that you can't just sit around and do nothing. You can't just sit around with your thumb up your ass, unless you really like to sit up with your thumb up your ass. I don't know. But this is where it's get up and go time, and pacing ourselves with the get up and go, and not pushing. It's not a pushing time. This is a time of really looking at the goals that you really want to set, and not being lackadaisical. I like that word, lackadaisical. Hi, Tanya. But it is really looking at what is your priorities, and especially Pluto's retrograde. Then we're going to have Saturn retrogrades, and those are long retrogrades. They last for some time. They last for about 6 months or so. So we're going to have to look at that. And because Saturn's going to retrograde all the way to October, right? And then we're going to have a Jupiter retrograde coming up too. So we have the Jupiter retrograde, which is he's going to reach a point, and he's going to retrograde back into Pisces. And then by the end of the year, he's going to be full time in Pisces for a while, and he's going to whip through full time in Aries, and he's going to whip through Aries. And we also have a Mars retrograde in Gemini coming up this year. Yay. That's all I got to say about that one. So there's things that we have to start preparing and working on. And that's part of the spiritual journey. and that's part of the unpacking that we're doing right now. And not being afraid. There's some boxes that you might have to look into, and maybe you're afraid to look at them. Maybe you're afraid to unfold with them. And in saying what I've been saying is like, I'm still available to people. Like, definitely you can still contact me. And if I feel up to it, I'll book you in. If I don't feel up to it, I'm going to be honest. I have to really watch my own well-being throughout this transformation I'm going into. But I'll still be around, definitely still be doing the dailies and stuff and my blogs. So I'm not going too far away. This is my spiritual. This is part. You guys are my church. That's what you are. You guys are my church. You are my substance. You are my water. You are my strength. And you are the ones who help and guide me along my way. Even, if we don't even speak very often, it's through your doing what you're doing. It's like, when I watch some of those beautiful YouTubers out there in France and watching them in their chateau, it's like, yeah, it gives you strength of saying, okay, yeah, I could do a little bit of that in my own life and create that, cool abundance within my own life. So knowing that we are all connected in this beautiful world and upon this earth walk. So let's choose happiness, joy, and bliss, and let us live for today and breathe to see the life bloom. Breathe so that we can bring forth the joy and the abundance, and let go of the grievances and choose miracles in our life as we take one step in front of the other in amongst craziness that is unfolding for us. It's only going to get crazier in the outside world, just saying. And what is unfolding for us. And I think, I think, more is going to be hitting the fan as this unfolds. Nothing happens sort of overnight when it comes to the changes. It does happen over time. So, have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. And if you don't see me on the weekend, if I don't pop up on the weekend, I will for sure be here on Tuesday morning and give you a little 411 on the energies of Tuesday morning. I work Sunday, Monday. So we'll see how the weekend unfolds for everything. So have a blessed one, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Thank you for being a light, and continue to shine your light in everything. Blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.